President's Day weekend service. We'll be sharing it with congregants in the Vero Beach area, of which you are more than welcome to join us if you happen to be in Florida and within either a reasonable drive or an easy drive from Vero Beach. We would love to have you join us Sunday morning. You can find more information on our homepage or just text me. And today what we're looking at is a fun one. It's this word mutual. And you know, in Christian New Church theology, the word love oftentimes has the word mutual right in front of it. And that I think is incredibly important. And I want to sort of give you the flip of it, you know, sort of the negative, and then we're gonna go to the positive. This is from Secrets of Heaven 23:49. To put the same thing another way, anyone immersed in evil hates the light and does not come to the light. So that idea, don't think of it, oh yeah, I know people like that. Just think of part of you that's like the part of you that's like the cockroach part that just kind of scampers away into the dark because it just doesn't like the light. It doesn't like to be called out on stuff when it knows it's wrong. It's you know, that part, the part that doesn't want to apologize, the part that's like, it's everyone else's fault and sure we have no responsibility at all. You know, it's that part. Like it don't want anything to do with the light. Let's just be clear about that. And that's part of being rigorously honest. And so the flip of that is understanding this idea of mutuality. And this is one way to possibly hold it. So that we all know the two great commandments: love the Lord your God and love your neighbor as yourself. In other words, love God, love your neighbor every bit as much as you might possibly love yourself. And sometimes, you know, I feel like angelically that gets to be even more, where self-love sort of gets a real backseat of sorts. And so with this idea of mutuality, you know, why that word? And this is one possible way to hold it, something worthy of consideration, is from a Christian New Church perspective, from just a Christian perspective. It's you know, just globally, all Christian churches share this, is the idea God is love. That's a direct quote from the New Testament. God is love, period, end of story, that we know. God is love. And that love is just, it's what holds the whole universe. And this is where, you know, different denominations would hold it different ways. Some believe that love to be very transactional. In other words, you have to do certain things to earn God's love. Others denominations, and ours would be more along this line. Other denominations are more, no, that love's just universal. It's everywhere. You can't avoid it. It just is everywhere, and you can't earn it in a sense. It just is what it is. It's like the sunlight outside. I can choose to run around outside like a lunatic or to enjoy the warm morning. That's my choice, but it doesn't mean the sun isn't shining. No, the sun is there, absolutely. So this idea of mutuality is important, because when you hear from a Christian New Church perspective the conversation around mutual love, it doesn't mean that I'm going to love you so that you love me back, or once you love me, then I can love you back. It's not that at all. It's that love is shared mutually. There's this sort of this undercurrent, you could look at it maybe, or you know, this song that we all have in our hearts. You know, there's this love that we all share, and God has this love as well. You know, that God's the source of it, actually. You know, God is the source of all that love, and so that love is mutual. It's mutual between me and you. It's mutual between you and God. It's mutual between you and everyone else in the world. Now, can people fall asleep to it? Absolutely. Can people abuse it? Absolutely. All those things are true. Again, on a bright sunny day, I can go out and be a lunatic and do stupid things. No doubt about that. But there's also a way when we start to see the mutuality that it really allows a very different form of loving. Because if we start to approach it, and this is real important, folks, as we start to approach it, start to approach love, we start to look at it and we start to very, very gently lean in towards other people and towards finding the love that is in their heart. And that idea of discovery, finding out how God's love is at work in the world, finding out how other people's love is at work in the world, very, 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 very different. So probably for some of you watching today, maybe most of you watching today, maybe all of us watching today and talking, we have sort of an argument we're teeing up in our head. Like, this is the person we're going to have an argument with as soon as we get a chance to do it. It's a little crazy, but it's what we do. And maybe instead you can just sort of back away from that a little bit and come at it from more curiosity around how that mutual love might look. Like, what is that mutual love that might be shared, and how do I discover that in the other person? And there are times for hard conversations. There are times for arguments, blah, blah, blah. I mean, clearly, right? Like good luck getting through life without that. But there's more important groundwork to be laid, and that's the groundwork of mutual love. So that's the thought for today, friends. Like, think through mutual love, work through mutual love, literally work through it. Like find a way to do the work of relationship through that idea that there's a mutual love that you all share. And I think you'll find some pretty amazing things. I mean, it's sort of that crazy counterintuitive part of spirituality that is I find endlessly fascinating, to watch and to see how it works. So friends, with that, what we're going to do now is slow down, take a little breath, and do a little meditation here. So what I'm going to ask you to do, I'm going to flip the camera over to this part of my laptop here. What I'm going to ask you to do is to get a little breath, and then we'll do a little meditation, a little prayer, and a little blessing. So with that, dear friends, let's get a little breath. And a meditation. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am. Be still and know that I. Be still and know that. Be still and know. Be still and. Be still. Be. Our Father, who art in the heavens, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, as in heaven, so upon the earth. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we also forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. Amen. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord make his face to shine upon you and be gracious unto you. May the Lord lift up his countenance upon you, bring you peace, and bring you home. Amen. All right, dear friends, let's give a little cheery hello to people who might be joining us here, and hopefully everything's streamed correctly. That's what we're hoping happens here. All right. And it did stream correctly. Hooray. Good stuff. I've had little technical glitches on my end. Linda, good morning to you, my friend, and I hope you're doing quite well. Wonderful to be joining you folks live. It really is a nice way to start the morning, that's for sure. Now let's flip over on to New Church Live's Facebook page. All right. Stephen, always good to see you, my friend. What a good guy you are, and I hope you're doing well, buddy. Marcus, good morning to you. Marcus, as always, thank you for all your help in working through all things technological here at New Church Live. It makes a huge difference. All right, dear friends. Well, listen, have a wonderful morning. God bless your morning. Take care. Have a day filled with a lot of discovery of the mutual love that we